Good afternoon, this is Angela Thoma with Dogwood Paper Arts, and we are back to work on the Journal to Inspire project. And what is this, 17? I don't know the numbers. I'm sorry, I don't write them down. Anyway, the Journal to Inspire project, check Caryl Frugoli's channel. Can't remember the name of that either. Well, anyway, it's me. It's that kind of day. No memory day. So anyway, but I do know that we are going to make our own gesso. Now, Caryl used baby powder and calcium bicarbonate, I believe. But we're going to use glue, water, cornstarch, and baking soda. That's the old recipe that I am aware of. I've never made gesso that I can think of. So, you know, we'll have to kind of just see how it goes. That's a little note from my hubby. I'll put that up there. So anyway, I'm trying to cover this page until we get to it. Because I don't know, the language in this book is sometimes a little risque. So, anyway, let's make our gesso, and then if we'll make some white and do our page, and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to mix it in here, and I am going to mix, oh, I don't know. Shall we start with like a tablespoon? My old melted up stuff. 1 part white glue, and I'm using PVA glue. You can use any glue you got. This is just an old one that I have around. I got it at a craft store, by the way. pH neutral. Anyway, it's a Lineco company. So, water. Here's my studio water. Okay, so glue. Oh, I know this comes off. You know, I probably better shake it. It has not been used for a while. I don't know if glue separates or not. So let me put this here so you can copy that if you want. Well, I'll put it up. I'll put it in my description box. How's that? Okay, so if we just start with a tablespoon, would that be okay? No, I think we're going to need more because we have to cover our page with white. And I believe this will be a clear one here until we add paint to it, and we're going to add acrylic paint. Okay, let me just set that on there and grab my towel, and let me grab the wipies. Okay, so that is my 2 tablespoons is my 1 part glue. Now, let's clean this out. And we need 2 to 3 parts of water. We'll start with 2, so I'll need 4 of those, won't I? Because we have 2 of these in here for glue. So we need, oh yeah, I brought my stirring sticks. Let's try that. I don't know if whatever's in that cleaner will. This is a cracked spoon, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, if it doesn't work, then we just add more of this, more of that, and we'll make our own. Okay, cornstarch, 3 parts of cornstarch. Ooh, it's gonna be messy. Let's dry it off again, otherwise all the cornstarch will be like stuck. Now, doing cornstarch, I should have put it in before I put the water in. One. Oh, there's one. 1/2. 2. 2.5. 3. You know how cornstarch is, it mixes up into goop. Oobleck, or whatever you call that stuff. And then we need 3 of the baking soda. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is non-kitchen stuff. I have had this in my art room for a long time. Used to use it for other purposes. I agree with Carol. I need to get that little mixer out here. I feel like a scientist. Okay, it's mixing good now. It is a little grainy. I suppose it would be with the baking soda in there. But we're going to try it, see what happens. I didn't have the calcium bicarbonate or whatever it was that Carol had. And I don't have baby powder. And so, anyway, there you go. That's the way it is. So, but I did have these items. Not bad. We'll see how it paints on. Okay, so that would probably be a clear gesso there. So, let's throw that little lid away. Okay. Let's try it on here. This is my glue book page of the book I glue down on my papers down on. I think maybe it needs a little more water because it still feels very much like cornstarch. So we're going to add some water. And then I think we're going to add a little bit more glue, not much. Now I have heard that some people use gesso to glue their stuff together, the clear gesso. Don't know if that's true, but no, this is going to be too thin. You can see that it's the you can see that the cornstarch in it. Let's just let it dry and we'll see what it does. This may be a fail. I may have to go down to the dollar store and get some baby powder. Let's see. Maybe I just haven't stirred it enough. I'm going to peel that off of there so it doesn't get my whole book wet. Just kind of, oops, put my lid there. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this because I think I made it too thin now, but I really don't like the way that looks. Probably need to have this in like a jar and then just shake, 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 shake until it's ready. Now it's really lumpy. This may be a fail, Carol. See how lumpy it is now? You know, cornstarch is one of those things that you pour the water into slowly. And so usually you have your, I should have poured slowly. I should have put the water in and then added this. Because now it's just big lumps. And maybe PVA glue is not the right glue to use with it. You know, the book glue like this. I think it's just way too thin, don't you? I don't know what other glue I have. I have Aleene's. The PVA, this PVA is pretty thin, I guess you'd say. I really don't know how thick it's supposed to be or anything like that. Seems like when Artie Mays did it, she had it was a little bit thicker than this. She said she goes by feel. And, you know, basically Carol did the same thing. She kind of went by feel. That's what I'm doing. I'm checking it out and seeing how it looks. And it's now mixing up a lot better. And when it dries, I mean, it's grainy. It is that. And that's probably from the baking soda. So I would suppose if you wanted it to be smooth, the baby powder would make it smooth. And I just don't have any powder. I just don't have it in the house. So that is basically a clear then. So let's add some acrylic to it and see if we can. Now I'm just adding it. I don't know how much to add or how little to add, but we're just going to add it. See if we can cover our page with it. And then if we want to add another color, we'll just add it right to it. I have inks in here. Caryl used alcohol inks. And I was thinking I had some, but I think I sold out all my alcohol inks. So that would not work for me. I'm going to give it just a slight bit more acrylic. A slight bit more. Did you see how much I poured in there? This thing's going to be full before we know it. But it's getting a better consistency now, and I like that. So, here's what happened today. I gotta tell you. My EcoTank, my Epson EcoTank, had an update for one of the drivers. So I downloaded the update. It said it was done, but then it kind of acted odd, and then it said it had to install it again. So I thought, well, that's weird. So I went ahead and reinstalled it. And then, of course, I went to print this out. Well, lo and behold, there was no printer left. There was no drivers. There was nothing. Nothing. It took the whole, it deleted my whole Epson printer off my computer. So then I had to go to the website. I had to remember my password, of course. You know how that is. And then finally got it all downloaded again. And you know what? Maybe it was a godsend in a way, because now it's working better than ever. So, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Let's see what happens here. Now don't read the words. Sometimes this book honestly has some naughty words in it, so just don't read them. I don't read them. You don't need to either. That's what Mama says. Mama says don't read them. There's a mama in the house. One day she was a mouse. It's definitely got water in it because it's making the page ultra wet. Okay. So it definitely is a grainy substance. Mine is. Carol's looked pretty smooth. I don't really want this on my other pages. Sorry about the noise. Look at that, I messed it all up. So as far as I'm concerned, I think I like just buying gesso. It is expensive though, but I have so much of it, it'll last me a lifetime. Because I used to paint some still lifes, and so I collected up a bunch of canvases, and I'm just about all the way through them. I was just telling my cousin Kathy that I thought maybe I needed to change things up, and maybe it was time to break out a canvas again to do some canvas art. Okay, there's that. And let's see. I have my old hair dryer here, and I think I can plug it in, and maybe we can dry the page a little bit quicker. Okay, plug your ears because it's loud. Let's see what happens to it. Maybe it'll all turn to sand. I know with a regular canvas, I would use the heat to, this one never did get very hot. I would just use my hair dryer to blow it dry, and it worked fine. It's a wrinkle-a-thon down here on the book pages. It's drying nice. This is not a very good dryer. Let's see if that gets any hotter. Yeah, it's a little warmer. I think it's going to take it forever to dry. Yeah, that's about dry. It has a high method. That's a lot warmer. Sorry about the noise. Perhaps I'll speed through that section for you. So you don't have to listen to it. So, anyway, that is what it does, and I guess letting it dry is what you need to do. We changed the color from, this is the clear, and we added acrylic white to it to get it to thicken up a little bit, basically. So if we wanted to add a little ink to it, because I don't have any other paints in here, let's see. What if I grab aged mahogany? I have to open it. This one's not open. I have the distressing ink. I don't know what it will do in gesso. Never tried it. I've only added paint to gesso. I've added paint to molding paste. That works. If you want it to have a base color other than the white. Oh, for heaven's sakes. These are so hard to open. Okay. So let's add some of that to here. Oops, I forgot to bring a container for the paintbrush. Okay. Let's add some aged mahogany to this and let's see what happens. Ready? Ooh, how pretty. Look at that color. I don't even want to stir it all the way, guys. I just love the pretty colors in it. It's a magic moment. Whoopsie. Okay, so that wasn't really testing it out very well, was it? But it was just fun. That was a lot of fun. So you definitely can add ink to it and get some really pretty colors. Oops, I'm painting my whole book. Doesn't really matter with that end of the book, because that end of the book doesn't have anything in it. So I am kind of preferential to these pinks. I don't know how that happened. I guess I've always liked pink. I just did not know it. My husband knew it before I did. Isn't that weird? I'm really drawn to the shabby chic journals and stuff. It just amazes me. Well, let's just go ahead. I'm not going to make up a bunch of colors. We'll just paint this one the same color. And then I don't know. I don't have anything else to do after this. I'm uploading videos. I do have to say that my Saturday video didn't play, it looks like. It was set to play, but it did not play. Okay. So, a little pink and a little white and a little bit of aged mahogany, and you get all kinds of things. So, what if we sprayed it with something like a postbox red? Wonder what would happen then. I've never opened this one either. What would happen to our pink if we added red? I know, danger, danger. Really, I think I usually just slice them right there and pull the cap off. I don't think I usually remove the whole thing off of these. This is a Dilution ink in Postbox Red. It looks like it's a beautiful color. Ready? Ready? This is turning into a... Ooh. Reminds you of a movie? Like a Halloween movie. Ah! I don't think red is good. I think red is a little too gory. So we're going to, now it looks worse. Oh my gosh. I knew this would happen. So now we're playing with gesso and Hollywood style scary movies. Now it looks like an aged barn. That's better. Okay. Whew. I think maybe this is better. If you still think this looks like blood, then it belongs to Casper the Ghost. So then I think what I would do is go and I would open it Add some more. I'm just playing, guys, because we have time. We have time to experiment. So when you do that, what happens here is that it picks up and makes a texture out of the pre-made gesso. I can tell the reason that it's doing that is the cornstarch was setting up and I bothered it before it had a chance to make itself kind of smooth. So that's what that did. Now let's see what happens. Oh yeah, look, the texture's getting more and more because it's getting drier and it's having to pull a thicker amount apart. Well, I have to say, that's all I got today. So it is. That is gesso. Don't really like it all textured like, oh, now it's getting worse. Now it looks like stucco. I may end up pulling these pages out. I'm going to tamp it down hard. So if you get a texture in yours and you don't like it, put another coat on it. Just put it on thick. Okay. Well, I think I am basically done. When I lost my my printer today, I thought, oh no, how am I going to do anything? Because I sure can't afford a new printer if something happens to that one. But anyway, so there we go. That's what I have today, and there's the clear. There is the white, and there's the mahogany, and that is the mahogany, the white, and the blood splatter, which is Postbox Red ink spray. And there it is. That's all I have. Next time you see this page will be decorated, and it will have the instructions on it. Oh, I was going to let you see that. Here, let's do it this way. Let me move this because I want to use that in a journal. So this is basically what Artie Mays used. And then you can get it off the web too. There's several people that have this. So, making your own gesso. 1 part white glue, 2 to 3 parts water, 3 parts cornstarch. It does make it feel a little sandpapery, and 3 parts baking soda. So that's the one I have, and then there's the one that Caryl did, and I think it was a lot smoother. I think the baby powder would make it smoother. So, okay, well, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.